Congrats! You just scored a sweet new job. And guess what time of the month it is? Time to earn your payments. Your employer hands you a physical paycheck, or more commonly now, a pay stub. But you have no clue what all these fancy numbers mean. What even is a pay stub? Can't I just look at it and move on? Well, not exactly. The IRS in the US recommends everyone do a paycheck checkup, which helps a lot when filling out your W-4 and examining tax withholdings. This phase is also dependent on how your employer pays you, for example through direct deposit, where you must fill out an I-9 form to get paid. Today you will learn how to decode the elements of a pay stub, which is what 82% of Americans use. Keep in mind, pay stubs can look different, but they always include the same or similar information. The first section to look for is company and employee information. The company address needs to be the same address the business uses with tax authorities, the government, and their bank. Next, make sure your information is accurate and up to date. Things like your name, address, bank account. This is important to check because incorrect info causes delays and problems that tax agencies don't really like to solve for you. Now look for your hours and earnings. This shows you your pay rate, your pay date, your pay period, the hours worked. Again, just make sure everything is tip-top ready and accurate. The next crucial section to look for is pre-tax deductions. These will include things like your 401k, health insurance, and these deductions come before your tax is calculated. Basically, in this section, you get deductions for anything your company gives you, and so it's not taxed. The next few sections to look for are your employee taxes. Remember, your employee taxes are calculated based on your pay after pre-tax deductions are taken out. Terms here include federal taxes, or ones that every working person pays, state taxes, which vary by state. For some people, it includes Social Security and Medicare. And in some states, you can see local taxes and disability tax credit here. Now here is where things get juicy for you. Your summary section will show you your gross pay. This is where your gross pay is subtracted from your pre-tax withholding, employee taxes, and sometimes post-tax deductions and withholdings such as garnishments. Garnishments are basically when some money you own is withheld by the government and sent to someone you owe it to. So most of the time you won't see this number here unless you expected it beforehand. The summary section is probably what's most important to you, so keep in mind that gross pay in the summary is what you made before deductions, whereas your net pay is what happens after the deductions, after the additions. It's the payment that you actually get to go home with. There are also other things which may appear on your pay stub, one of the most common ones being some sick leave compensation. Another section that may appear on your pay stub is employer contributions, such as reimbursements, which is when your company pays you back for buying or contributing something extra for them. An example could be maybe you paid a little money to contribute to your insurance or 401k. That shows up here. The last thing that shows up is employer paid taxes, which your company pays for you, such as FICA, Medicare and Social Security, that's what it is, or certain state taxes. That's it for today's video. We hope you understand your pay stub a little bit more. Remember, these do vary state by state and company by company, and it varies from the platform that your company uses to distribute their pay stubs. So make sure you check with your employer because they'll be your best source for getting accurate information. But we hope this video helped, and check the description box in our bio for all of the example pay stubs that we used.